Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take 1.
Action!
AKA Patters. I hate the internet. And I know you're probably catching me, say with me, on the internet. Why do I hate it? What's my beef? I don't know. I really feel like I'm just an island. Peter A. DeLuca, the film buff boy, 1,000+ episodes deep. Probably the longest running single movie podcast in the world. 1,000+ episodes. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that watches this crap. And I say crap in the most loving term. You're talking to an individual, even to this day, we regularly talk about and discuss Alien and Predator comic books on the YouTube channel. I've been reading Alien novels and comics my entire life. Been watching, I've seen, I think all the movies that since Alien 3, like in theater. As a child, obsessed with Aliens. Had that on repeat via VHS. My father taped it off of Cinemax or HBO, and he would create like original like labels and stuff, like, you know, kind of drawing things like his way. My father is that early influence that got me into illustration. So both of these franchises, and I group Alien and Predator together because to me at this point they have solidified into a single franchise, and we're in we can say a renaissance of both of these properties where, you know, Predator, killer of killers, excited a lot of the people. Not here, because again we watch things. This is where I'm an island. We have Alien Romulus. Alien Earth just dropped, and we just have like new Alien and Predator things that aren't that don't piss people off. I'll say, like, universally accepted, and we're inching a lot of the story elements forward in different directions. Like in this new Predator movie coming out. It's with a android from Aliens, or the Alien franchise. So we get a definition at the beginning of this series. What is this series about? Please tell us. And then, because we're linking it to Blade Runner, so now it's Blade Runner, now it's Alien, and now it's Predator. That's Alien Earth. And I don't know about like where Prometheus rolls in. I don't know where Alien Covenant rolls in, because I feel like those two movies give us a pretty clear explanation of not just like the origin of the alien, but like what type of universe is this? Because, like, again, this is entertainment. We need themes. We need like things we can grab onto. So, the Peter A. DeLuca, the film buff over here, your island boy, as we like to call him. The guy that watches everything, knows too much, read too much, seen too much. And I guess I am on the absolute outskirts of being really confused by this show. The opening titling, we'll call it, the opening message, right? It's a message to the viewer, but they're giving us a little bit of a setup, and the setup is that once there were cyborgs, but now there's synthetics, aka replicants from Blade Runner, and then there's androids from Alien, and there's a race for human immortality, and the winner will have the universe. So from that point on, there's like players in a room. And then we're like between like these like business politics. Yeah, which is like it's interesting. It's always interesting when you see that stuff in a sci-fi setting. And I don't want to come after the show from a visual standpoint because it is there. Why is everyone calling this immersive? We have a bunch of skinny dorks running around with pulse rifles, but no masculinity in the show either. By the way, I need some dudes. I need some guys that can fight and that can fight. Give me someone that looks like they can fight. And we're cutting everything with this vessel, this ship, and it has species on it. And then, as you know, right, a little bit of an outbreak, and everything crashes on Earth in this alien or future city. And then, like, we have all these species that are in the ship that crashes into this building, and the building's like about to fall over. So it's a search and rescue. And that's really kind of like where the series starts to get legs. Is this search and rescue in this crashed alien laboratory giant spaceship in a giant futuristic city. It's interesting. You know, like, and visually, like, it's there. Character-wise, it's there. But let's get back to the premise. So, we have this race to immortality that is well laid out in these 2 episodes. Well laid out. I think intention, motivation, consequences, like, all of this stuff is clear. And they're basically taking the minds of dying children and putting them in androids. They're transferring the consciousness. And it's cool stuff. I don't know. Seems a lot like Avatar, but what do I know? What the hell do I know? So, if this is the premise of the universe, where there's like somewhat of an arms race for immortality, and then in the second episode we have this outbreak, which is cool. It's an alien. It's a deadly alien zoo outbreak. And we just see that all of these creatures go for humans, and they don't go for synthetics or androids. So why do we what do we care? If the future is androids and synthetics, consciousness being transferred, immortality emerging, why would anyone care about a xenomorph? The xenomorphs seem that they're designed only to kill flesh and blood, as well as every single zoo creature in this environment. The fuck? It makes no sense. But the show's good. The characters are there. It's cool. There's a lot here that kind of reminds me of Battlestar Galactica. And that's all I gotta say, my AKA Padders. I do apologize. I know maybe you guys were expecting, like, I love Romulus. People seem to move against that. I think wherever people go with these movies and shows now, like Alien AVP, I'm all in. People run away. Stuff like that. You know, it's I like Alien 3. I like that the show fulfills the prophecy of the original pitch for Alien 3 when Rennie Harlin was directing, where Alien 3 was supposed to be on Earth. Like, it was supposed to be on Earth where everybody can hear you scream. So, I don't know, AK Powders. I'll give this a little bit more, but I'm not fully interested in the full arc because to me it just confuses what we're doing with the xenomorph. I thought the xenomorph was supposed to be developed as a biological weapon and used as such. So whatever. It just... Alright, guys. I love you, rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.